teachers brainstormed a book club. We thought it would be fun to read a popular book with the students and wondered, hey, how cool would it be if they let us go to the movies? We thought we might get some kids to join, maybe 25, 30 if we were lucky. 6 weeks later, we loaded 221 students onto 4 buses to see the Hunger Games, and a tradition was born. Woo!
Was in 7th grade that year. Okay, so the 8th graders are going to learn earlier than usual. Miss Cotillo gets emotional and cries. Just be prepared. I can do this. All right, I can't believe it. We noticed fairly early on that he was one of the more enthusiastic members of the club. That year, he gamely let us use his exuberant, if incoherent, description of his favorite scene from the Hunger Games in multiple videos. In 8th grade, he led my A-period ELA class in a rousing, harmonious rendition of the Lonely Mountain song from The Hobbit. And he encouraged students who might not normally be interested in reading or joining a book club to join him in the adventure. He was never afraid to go all in. Today, we are pleased to publicly recognize Emmett Goebel for his passion, participation, inspiration. Hold on. These words are important. Passion, participation, inspiration, and character as the first recipient of the All-In Literary Leadership Award.
Hello everyone. How are you today? Good, how are you? Good evening. Alright, as you know, my name is Veronica Roth, and I know that. Alright, and before I make you happy and tell you what the book is, I'd like to ask you a question. Why do we read?
Because it's fun.
Hey, I want to raise a hand.
We read because it educates us.
No one else. Sit right here. Sit.
We read because it's fun.
Alright, that's another good answer. These are all very good answers. But I'll tell you why I think we read. We read to imagine. This may seem silly at first, I know. But let me explain. We read to create these amazing pictures in our mind that can never exist in the real world. We read to flex our occipital cortex, which is used for our imagination. Now you may be asking yourself, why would I read and create these pictures in our mind when I could just go watch a movie? It's all there for me. That's exactly why you don't. It's all there for you. Your mind doesn't need to do any of the work. You can just kick back and relax. When you read, however, you're forcing your mind to become its own Picasso, its own Da Vinci, its own Monet. And the pictures that are made are more vivid than any movie, any painting, any video game, every show that's ever been created. That is why we read. Our minds are fire. I'm not done yet, hey. It's gonna go quicker if you don't applaud. I know you want this book, I know you do. Oh no, you can lose my place. That's perhaps why the school I read was started. To flex our imaginative muscle. To create these indescribable fantasies that we love so much. And I hope when you're reading this year's book, you open your mind. You let your imagination run wild. For a world without imagination, it's not a world worth living in. Thank you. And I hope you
crazy schemes and for embodying everything we love about our little book club.
I enjoyed it so much.
I'm so glad. All right, so you get to be the first person to know what everybody here wants to know.